Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to another Khalsa Kids show with me, Prabjot. And again, I'm here all week with you guys to tell you some more brand new Sakya. So, if you remember yesterday's Sakhi, it was all about Baba Atal. And the important Gurdwara that I told you, which was in Amritsar as well. So make a note of these Gurdwaras that I'm telling you on these shows, and the next time you do go to India, perhaps take a list with you and tell your family members that, you know, I want to say this, this, this. Again, it's so important. We remember our roots and we remember all the sacrifices that all of our Gurujis have done just for us to be here today. So never forget these important Gurdwaras. So don't just go to India as a holiday, as to do some shopping or whatever you do, but definitely make it a successful journey, a yatra, for example, by going to see these Gurdwaras as well. So, Guru Nanak Dev Ji then. Guru Nanak Dev Ji, as I always say, is our first Guruji, and we are so lucky to have Guruji as a big role model in our lives. So whenever you need that inspiration, just think, wow, I've got Guru Nanak Dev Ji right with me. So let's think of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Today's Sakhi then is about Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Now, the Gurdwara related to Guru Nanak Dev Ji, there's many Gurdwaras in Pakistan, mainly in Lahore. Gurdwara Nankana Sahib, which is in Pakistan, is people come to this Gurdwara, as you can see the picture, to celebrate Guruji's birthday, because that is the actual place where Guruji was born. So that's Nankana Sahib in Pakistan. The story I'm going to tell you today is, I'm sure you've heard this, but if you haven't, it's worthwhile to listen. It's about Panja Sahib. Now, Panja Sahib is a really important Gurdwara in Sikh history. So this is about Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Mardana. As we know, they both used to walk. They used to walk miles and miles, okay, preaching God's message. So this is a story of what happened back then. One day, Guru Nanak and Mardana were walking. So they used to travel by foot, and they used to walk miles and miles with their feet. So one day, Mardana was very thirsty. It was very hot outside, and they had been walking, so they were really tired. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji was never tired. You know, his food, for example, was God's name. So each time he used to do his prayers, he used to be content and he used to be full. And he always was Jardi Kala, because he was special, he had special powers. Mardana, on the other hand, used to be Guruji's companion. Also, he was blessed to be with Guruji, but you know, he would get thirsty, because anyone would get thirsty, wouldn't they? So imagine it's very hot and you're thirsty, but there's nothing to, you know, you've got no shops to go get some water as we do today. So they didn't even have any water on them. So Mardana was very thirsty. And he said to Guruji, oh Guruji, please, can I have some water? You know, I'm very thirsty, it's very hot. All I need is some water to quench my thirst. So they were walking and finally reached a hill where some people used to live in this hill. So imagine a big hill with some people living there. So there was only like a couple of houses and a big well. They reached the bottom of the hill and they were sure that they would be able to get some water, because obviously where people live in a place, there will be facilities, wouldn't there? However, a man lived there and had a well. Everyone would get water for ishnan, for cooking, for getting ready, etc. But he was a very greedy man and he always used to charge people. Guru Nanak sent Mardana to get some water from this well. So on this hill there's this greedy man with a big well, and in that well was lots of water. Now, if you think back to what Guru Nanak Dev Ji's message was, do you think Guru Nanak Dev Ji told us to be greedy, not to share? No, definitely not. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji sent Mardana to get some water from this well. So Mardana went upstairs, up the hill, and he said, so he knocked on this greedy man's door, and he said, can we have some water, please? I'm very thirsty. The man said, of course, you can have all the water in the world, but you have to pay. Mardana was quite shocked. He said, we don't have any money, sir. Can I just have some water to quench my thirst? The man said, no money, no water. Go away. So poor Mardana came all the way back down, and he told Guru Nanak Dev Ji about what just happened. And Guruji was shocked, but there's a message behind this. So Guruji didn't just say, okay, never mind. Guruji said, go back and ask him again. This time, go up and say, ask him in the name of God. Mardana went up again, very thirsty, very tired, and he asked again, please, sir, can I have some water? I am very thirsty. But the man refused again. He said, no, go away. If you have money, take as much water as you want. If you have no money, I'm not going to share. Mardana came back down and told Guruji. But Guruji said, we must give people 3 chances. Go up again. And again, Mardana went all the way up to try again. Please, sir, share some water. I ask you again in the name of God. I'm sure if you share water, God will bless you with lots and lots, and he will bless you with everything you've ever wanted. The greedy man said, I don't care. If you don't have money, you're not getting water. Now go away and stop bothering me. Oh my God, Mardana was absolutely upset. He was so exhausted for climbing up and down, up and down. And the man had been given, how many chances? 3. Mardana was still dying for water. He was still thirsty. So he came back down after struggling, and he told Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and Mardana was absolutely heartbroken, that how can people be like this? And if you think, Mardana, there's a good, important point about Mardana as well. If that was today and we knew someone famous, we'd take advantage of that and we'd say to whoever we're going to get water from, we wouldn't ask, we'd demand water. We'd say, I want water, I'm with so-and-so. You have to give me water. Mardana didn't do that. Even though he was with Guru Nanak Dev Ji, he still said, please, can I have water? So he didn't take advantage of knowing Guruji. So that's him being humble. So back to the story. So after hearing the disappointment of not getting water, they both sat down, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, don't worry, Mardana, God always takes care of us. He will never let us be upset. He is always with us, and again, he looks after us day and night. So they both sat down, and Guruji had found a small stick from the ground, and he started digging into the water. So he didn't dig lots and lots, so just briefly he started digging. And you will not believe what happened. A miracle happened, basically. A huge, huge spring of water, which was pure, clear, refreshing water, came out of the ground, which was ready to drink. And it was imagine a big, big gust of water coming from the ground. The people from the village saw this from the hill. They came running down with their buckets thinking, free water, come get your free water. And Mardana started drinking because he was thirsty. And then Guruji sat beside them and continued to meditate. The greedy man was standing on the hill, and he saw them, and he saw, what's this noise? What is happening? Why am I hearing water, water? So he was watching them from this hill, and he saw everything. He looked at his own well, the greedy man's well, and he saw that it was drying up. So in essence, the water from the well is exactly what Guruji dug up. The man was absolutely furious. He wanted to get revenge. He was so angry that, okay, one, I rejected Mardana for water, and on top of that, they have the cheek to dig up the floor and get their own water out, and it's my water, which I charge for. So he was very, very annoyed and very angry. He wanted revenge. So this man, the greedy man, saw this big, big boulder. So a boulder is like a big, giant stone, for example, which is like big as me. Yeah, let's say. Made of rock, solid rock. He saw this, and automatically he just thought, right, I'm going to crush Guru Nanak. So you can imagine how horrible this man was. So eventually he got this boulder and he started pulling it towards him to the end of the hill, just so he can push the boulder down the hill and crush Guru Nanak to get revenge of how dare he, do this to me. So the greedy man struggled and he pushed it down. it rolled quickly down the hill. So the quicker it came, the quicker it rolled, it quickly came down, and it was actually in the direction of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Everyone who was getting the free water ran. They were like, "Oh no, run everyone, we don't want to die." But Mardana stood there and he saw that the boulder was coming towards Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And Mardana was absolutely, shocked, and he didn't know what to do. So he quickly shouted at Guruji and said, "Guruji, quick, move, a boulder's coming your way. Please move, otherwise it will crush you, please, please." So Mardana was actually, standing there crying, but Guruji was at a distance from there, and that's exactly where the boulder was coming from. So Guruji stayed there very calm, and he was meditating with his eyes closed, and imagine, he did hear what's happening, but he ignored everyone. So imagine you're peacefully sitting there and you're doing your Simran, and then a stone comes your way. Automatically, you're going to stop your Simran and you're just going to, cry and run and think, "Oh my God, I don't want to die." But this is the difference between us and Guruji. Guruji stayed there very calm. He got his hand like this, and he got his hand out to stop the boulder. So imagine a football is coming your way. Automatically you're going to do this, aren't you? So that's what Guruji did, but he got his hand and did that. So in essence, he's stopping the big boulder. And you won't believe what happened, because this boulder is so big, and if that was me stopping it, automatically my hand would just crack off and it would break, yeah, because I'm not strong. But Guruji's hand touched this boulder, and you won't believe, the boulder just paused. So imagine this big stone coming towards your way, like a big, heavy boulder, and you just stopped it, and Guruji has just stopped it with his hand. You won't believe what happened. As soon as the boulder hit Guruji's hand, the boulder became soft as clay, and Guruji's hand print was actually embedded. So Guruji's hand molded into this big stone, and it left Guruji's handprint. And so Guruji stopped this boulder from actually crushing him. Everyone saw this and they were absolutely shocked. Anyone would be, because it's not easy just to do that, first to just sit there meditating and then to stop such a big boulder with your hand. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji's handprint was left in this stone, because that, Guruji was meditating and that's what happened. And the greedy man was standing at this hill and he saw everything that happened. When the boulder was coming down, he was happy that, I'm going to crush Guru Nanak Dev Ji, woohoo. But he was shocked to see that the boulder just stood there like this. So imagine I'm sitting here, like Guruji was sitting there, and the boulder's up here, and Guruji is just holding it like that. So imagine everything pauses around you. That's the scene that happened. The greedy man was absolutely amazed. He realized that Guruji had a special gift, that Guruji was not a normal person. He was someone special. He was, in fact, a man of God. And then the greedy man did feel guilty that, okay, my plan was to kill this man, but look what's happened. He's alive and he's just shown everyone a miracle. So from that day, that greedy man changed his lifestyle, and he started living as a Sikh of Guru, and he started to share with everyone. So this stone which I'm talking about, this big boulder, you can still visit this boulder today, and I think that's absolutely amazing because we're so lucky to see this. So if you go to Panja Sahib, which is in Pakistan, you will see this big boulder, and what's even better is you will see Guruji's handprint still in this stone today. So the pictures on your screen, you can see this beautiful handprint of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and it's open for everyone to see even today. So in October-November time, when it is Guru Nanak Dev Ji's birthday, lots of people go to Nankana Sahib and Panja Sahib as a yatra, and they go see this lovely stone, and you are actually allowed to put your hand in the actual handprint as well. So if you look at the picture, I think it's absolutely amazing, and you can just start to think of how incredible Guruji was. And I think we're so blessed that we can still visit this place today and see this beautiful handprint of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So that was the Sakhi of Panja Sahib, which is in Pakistan. Definitely go and visit these Gurdwaras, children, because it is really important that we remember our roots and we remember who we are. So I hope you enjoyed that Sakhi. Please forgive me for any mistakes. I will see you again tomorrow. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.